Our third and final modelling idea as part of the Network South East 40 celebrations takes us to Hampshire. We've already covered our third rail location, Sheerness on Sea, and we've covered our overhead catenary location, Hadley Wood. So it's only right that we complete the set and go to our pure diesel location. We're off to Hampshire, to Andover. Now, Andover is actually a station that's 66 miles down the line from London Waterloo, and it's on the Waterloo to Exeter line. I've actually got a Facebook friend who lives here in my town who actually will be very familiar with Andover station, as he used to live and work in Andover for several years. Originally named Andover Junction, distinguishing it from Andover town, which was on a separate line, today's Andover station is the only one remaining in the town, and the station took its current name off Andover on the 7th of November 1964. Andover has two platforms nowadays, but it used to have four, and these two disused platforms on either side of the current platforms. And the first was a bay platform on the east side of the station, i.e. the down line, whilst the other platform still has tracks, although it does not have passenger services, because the line is used for military purposes to link with the depot at Ludgers Hall. Beyond this, there's also some disused sidings. Now, it's up to yourself whether you want to put in the disused sidings, but we'll come to that in a minute. Andover station, there for today, is just is two platforms. The impressive station building is located on the down platform, and the two platforms are connected by a subway underneath the tracks. Located on station approach in Andover, there is a multi-storey car park, and when I tell you about that, that'll actually give you an idea of what I'm going to suggest about what direction we'll look at modelling this station in. And there's also a drop-off point and also a taxi rank outside the main station building. On the platform number 1, which is the London-bound platform, there is a waiting room, whilst platform 2 also has a little separate shop outside the main building. Come to that in a minute. So I'm going to immediately suggest that you model this station by having platform 1 nearest due, and that will have there for the track that goes up to Ludgers Hall in front of platform 1. So you'll need to actually fence off platform 1 from the disused section of track. Now, on Wikipedia there's actually a good photo of the station from 1995, and it shows the main station building from the rear cab of a train. There used to be 2 through tracks in between the two platforms. These have been lifted over the years, and so there's quite an obvious gap in between them. There's an impressive wooden fronted station building on platform number 1, which is some offices and a waiting room, and then it's got beyond that a covered waiting area that's open, i.e. no doors, and that your steps down to platform to the subway to platform 2, and then it comes to an end just beyond that. Behind that is the disused platform with the branch to Ludgers Hall with the fence on it. That's where I would suggest that you can actually start modelling the station, is by having trains coming into platform number 2, but you can get away with perhaps having platform 1 if you wanted to, but do bear in mind that you would have a multi-storey car park to build, although looking at the photo in 1995 the multi-storey car park wasn't there at the time. So if you wanted to, you could certainly model from platform 2, but I would recommend going from platform 1 because you'll have the branch to Ludgers Hall, and that could actually add extra interest with freight trains conveying military traffic, and they would normally be hauled by a class 33 or 47 with some short wheelbase rail freight vans. The impressive station building at Andover, likes of scale scenes, scale model scenery, Bachmann will produce those sort of buildings. So you're not going to be spoilt for choice. Well, it's limited for choice rather. With regards to the separate coffee shop, why not make it a W.H. Smith? Bachmann have actually recently brought out a W.H. Smith, one with its present era, that being white lettering on a blue background, and one with its 1980s era, in the early 90s, that being white lettering on a brown background. So you can always check that out. Red lamp posts are a must, of course. They always were in Network South East days. And the fencing to separate platform 1 from the Ludgers Hall branch, there's a wide variety of fencing that's available on the Scale Model Scenery website, and I would certainly recommend you go and check that out. The type of rolling stock that you'll need, we've already discussed the Ludgers Hall branch, so passenger services through this station were almost always local hauled. Therefore, depending upon the time period, 1988 to 1991, depending upon when you do it, you'll either be using class 50s for locomotives, or class 47/4s in Network South East livery or large logo blue livery, or class 47/7s in either Network South East livery, ScotRail blue stripe livery, or Parcels red livery. Class 33s were not uncommon on the line, particularly hauling class 438 4TC multiple units. So a 33/1 will be useful for that. Incidentally as well, class 33s sometimes work singly or in pairs, hauling 6, 7 or 8 Mark II stock. 56035 in early 1990 made the headlines when it actually worked Salisbury to Waterloo service, and it would have passed through Andover. So a rail freight grey class 56, renumber it to 56035, and you can actually recreate that train there. The coaching stock would have been Mark I or Mark IIs, most of it in Network South East livery, but there would have been some in blue and grey livery as well, with Network South East branding, and very occasionally you would have also had had intercity branding on blue and grey coaches. Some of the NSC Mark 1s or Mark 2s could have been micro buffets as well, and I know that Accura Scale are bringing them out or have brought them out. You'll find Network South East coaches available from Bachmann, Accura Scale, Hornby. If you really want to go for a very, very old tooling, Lima as well. One thing I haven't mentioned at the moment in any of these remodelling ideas is buses, but during the period that we're recording this, Hampshire bus had sold out to Stagecoach, and these would have been painted in the tricolour stripes livery. If you put into your internet search engine Stagecoach stripes, you'll see what I'm referring to. And Hampshire bus, well now Stagecoach in Hampshire, has a depot in Andover. So maybe one or two of their buses parked at the station in that livery will be quite alright. So that's the third and final Network South East modelling idea. So if you've ever thought to yourself, why hasn't anybody ever modelled this station or that station in the Network South East era? I hope I've given you a couple of ideas there, and you might be able to have a go at doing it yourself. And if you do, why don't you set up a Facebook page, Instagram account, and even a YouTube channel to let the world see your progress. Well, that completes the Network South East 40th anniversary celebrations here on the Clydebridge Station YouTube channel, and next month is back to normal, as we'll have videos from the Cooper Model Railway Show, the July update, and also the new arrival at Clydebridge Station, the Class 26, and that is a locomotive that never ever visited Andover. Anyway, whatever you're doing, please do take care of yourselves, won't you? And enjoy your lates, and we'll see you soon. And happy birthday, Network South East. Cheerio.